Welcome to the Wealth Transfer with TC. Today I'm going to be talking about the ONYX coin, XCN, and then also the XEN Crypto coin, XEN. And I'm going to touch on a few other things. Now, first, before I get into this, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing information, giving you my thoughts and my opinions on that information. If you guys like these videos that I make, the support links are down below in the description. All right, so there's a couple things I want to get into before I talk about XCN and XEN. And one of the things that I want to share is that anytime that you guys are invested into a project, make sure that you're following them on social media so that you can at least like their post when they're posting, because you want more and more people to know about the crypto. If that's one thing that you can do for your own investment, is to actually follow these projects and at least like their posts, right? This helps out a whole lot. So if everybody's participating and at least doing that, it's going to benefit the investments that you're in the long term, because eventually it's going to help attract new investors. So Bitcoin is currently sitting at $105,264, right? We saw this little rumble in the markets that, temporarily took it down, but Bitcoin's not going to crash anytime soon. What I've been sharing is that the normal Bitcoin cycle, that we should see March be its peak and April will be a downturn temporarily, right? There's always market corrections, and April's a bad month for Bitcoin. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. Now, folks, I'm really excited because the fruits of our labor are manifesting, and we can go back to, when we really started to make the push to really get into cryptocurrency. We were kind of in it before with maybe a few like XRP, but it was in 2021 we really started making our push, and a lot of us have been stacking since then. And as people jumped on and started doing the same thing, some of you have been around for a year, 2 years, 3 years, doing the same thing that I've been doing. And then also some of you took the further step to learn how to trade and swing trade and so on. And some of you guys are doing very, very well. But this is the moment that we've been waiting for, when we see cryptocurrencies move in the way that they have, right? You're seeing zeros being removed. And when it comes to the XCN coin, that ONYX coin, that is a perfect example, right? Back on May 13th of 2023, I mentioned it in my Patreon. I don't remember seeing any prophecies about it, or I went to go look to make sure. But when I saw this notification that XCN coin had hit its all-time low. Now, there was a lot of speculation back then. Was it one of the part of the X family, with XRP and all that? But it was at 0.001901. Then actually from there, it actually went even lower, right, to 0.0011. So I'd been stacking since then, and now you can see the results of that. And many of you, if you've listened during that time period and you did invest and you did stack, then you are doing very well now, considering that XCN is at 3.5 cents. And this is with a lot of coins, right, that I've talked about, Johnny's talked about, other people have talked about, right? And we just invested in it. It wasn't necessarily prophetic when I said, hey, I just saw a good opportunity and I let people know about it, and now we're seeing the fruits of that. But there's a lot of coins within the wealth transfer community that we discussed, and you're going to see the same exact result and even more. Now, as far as any pricing points on this, they range anywhere from 20 cents to $18, and I believe that we could see that by the end of this bull run. By the end of the year, we could see this coin at $18 if the bull run moves according to what we see right now. XCN coin, as far as if you're in the American markets, is available on Coinbase and Kraken. I'm not sure about Uphold. I think it might be on Uphold, but it's also on all the other major exchanges like BitGet, KuCoin, MexCGate, BitThumb, and so on. And so it's still not even on Binance yet. And it's not on all the other American exchanges. You got Crypto.com, you got Gemini. So XCN, when it comes to volume, once it starts getting on other exchanges, that volume is just going to continue to push that price up. And we can very well see XCN reach those points, as we're going to see XRP and many other coins. right? Folks, this is happening. This is real. By the end of this bull cycle, you're going to be really well off. Most of you should be. Now, I want to talk about XEN Crypto. That's XEN 601657. Now, this is a coin that was mentioned, prophetically speaking, by Philip Paul and Prophetess Rose and Solomon back on April 20th and April 21st of 2023. Right at that time, it was a little bit higher than what it was. It only had 5 zeros. It actually went down to 7 zeros during that major slump period. Now, I believe that I was impressed to share about XEN, and I put all the information about this coin in the community section, and also I'm going to put it down below in the description. So I feel led, it's been impressed to share this in a certain way, and because I know a lot of people have lost out. People are still looking for coins that haven't moved yet, and XEN is one of those coins. It's been impressed on me to frame it in this way, that XEN is a $50 sleeping giant investment. And when I look at the price of XEN and its all-time high, and on CoinMarketCap it shows it differently. I had to do some research and digging, and it just seems like there's different all-time highs. But according to the one that I found on CoinGecko, just XEN Crypto reaching its previous all-time high, $50 would bring you approximately around 130,000. Right? I know XEN has gone up a little bit, but I'm sure it's going to fluctuate some. But just saying, at the time that I made this post, that XEN is a sleeping giant, because at some point it was at 303698. Right? It's currently at 601657. Right? So even if it reaches its all-time high, you're going to do very well. Now, I did research this project, not like I'm just basing this off of just, because this is what it did before. And no, I actually did the research, and the founder and the creator, he actually also worked on Ethereum 2 as well. He was one of the original people to work on the Google infrastructure, right? And he spent 10 years in crypto and then developed this particular coin. And make sure you follow them on Twitter, because that's important as far as your outreach. So I believe that I was impressed to share it within this way, because you don't need to put in $1,000. You don't need to put in $500. And for those of you who don't have very much, you could just put in $50, right? I know there's a lot of other different cryptos that are out there right now, and this may not be necessarily for you, right? And so I believe that this is a great opportunity for this bull run. Now, when it comes to the exchanges, all right, it's not on any American exchanges. It's on its BitGet, KuCoin, Mexi, Gate, Bitmart, LBank, BitTrue, and a few others. And it's not even on Binance yet. And then also it's not on any of the American exchanges. And eventually it's going to move in that direction this year. So not only are you going to see XCN get on more American exchanges, you're going to see XCN probably hit all the big ones this year, including Binance. So that's going to be huge. And eventually all that volume is going to do nothing but push that price up. And this is the same thing as XCN. So we're getting into it now, right? Before it hits the American exchanges, before all the YouTubers start talking about it, just like XCN. Well, anyways, thank you guys for listening. God bless. TC out.